Hi guys, my name is Andrew and welcome to Swift Tutorials. In this video, I'm going to explain you property wrappers in Swift. Let's start from a definition. A property wrapper is a generic structure that encapsulates read and write access to the property and adds additional behavior to it. Like the name implies, a property wrapper is essentially a type that wraps a given value in order to attach additional logic to it, and can be implemented using either a struct or class by annotating it with a ATTRIBUTION attribute. Such wrappers have more compact syntax compared to the traditional ones, resulting in more compact and understandable code. The property wrapper annotation has only one requirement. Your wrapper object must contain a non-static property called a wrapped value. So let's go to code and see that on practice. Let's start from creating a user structure with the properties name of type string and age of type integer. Alright, and let's say we want our name always be capitalized and our age must be always greater or equal than 0. So let's add that in initializer. So first, name must be capitalized, so we write name, our argument capitalized, and age, self.age, must be greater or equals than 0. So we're gonna add a ternary operator, age is greater or equals than 0, then we're gonna be assigning age, otherwise 0. Alright, and this structure will work fine, but what if we want another properties to be capitalized or checked if greater or equals than 0? In order to add capitalization or check in greater or equals than 0 for other properties, we can make use of property wrappers. So let's create a property wrapper that checks if our value is greater or equals than 0. Of type integer. And it cannot be static, so it's going to be a computed property with get, and we're going to be returning number, and setter, where we're going to be checking if our value is greater or equals than 0. And in order to make this structure a property wrapper, we need to add property wrapper attribute. Alright, so let's create another property wrapper. Not wrapper, but wrap attribute. Alright, so let's create another property wrapper that makes our property capitalized. Alright, so now we can create a user. Alright, and we have 10 capitalized and 43. What do we, if we change it to -23? We should get 0. And now we get 0. So now let's make use of our property wrappers. So we don't need init anymore. And let's add our property wrappers following @ sign. For this, add capitalized. And for age, at non-zero. And let's run our code. With property wrappers, we can reuse capitalize and non-zero to use with other properties, and we don't need that code to copy in other structures. So that's it with property wrappers. Hope this video is gonna be useful for you. If it is, give it a like, and I will see you in next episode. Goodbye.